whiskey dick is useless, can barely fill my face. So now I'm back at Hula Hut, looking for a taste to shoot it fast, shoot it hard, at another whiskey bar. Throw it down, throw it back, toss it round, pass it back, lick the salt, suck the lime, kill the shot and killing time, throw it up in the sink. When I'm with my friends, I drink. I drink. I drink.
Well, what is? I need an intro. Not. I have an intro, but like a saying when we start. You know, like who has a good one? I don't know who has a good one. Anyways, like good evening, good luck, good what is it? Good night, good luck, something like that. But that was at the end. Doesn't really matter. I just ran off everybody. Anyway. So yeah, I'm just gonna be bullshitting until I get a couple people in here. Poe should be on his way, and maybe Nick, still undetermined whether or not that is the evil one. Well, seeing how he's gonna join, I'm gonna go with he's the good twin. No, though, I mean, honestly, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so I figured that we could talk about. Hold on, I am making sure that I have this done. There we go. Anyway, here we can talk about the Indiana Jones 5 drama. And what sucks is I had a really great tweet, and it didn't go through or some shit. Like it was like I was like, oh, that's good, right? Like I retweeted, I quote retweeted Mangold. I was like, you know, like fans are very protective, like not protective. But I was like, you know, oh, there's Justin. Hey,
hi. What the fuck are we talking about?
Well, I was talking about the Mango thing because I had a really good tweet, but I guess it didn't go through or some shit. Like it was so good, and I was like, damn, that didn't get any heat whatsoever. And I was like, you know, basically, I guess said maybe it would be a better idea to make a great movie to, you know, like to address like your haters or whatever, rather than a tweet. Like I guess feel like
make a great movie.
Yeah, instead of like going to Twitter to
Interesting.
Weird, right?
Well, my only thing was just you know, well, I guess you saw my tweet then.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I'm just like, what? Wait, he didn't respond, did he?
No,
I hope not.
I don't know.
Let me just check because, you know, I have to know because.
Wouldn't you know? Do you not have your notifications on?
All right, he didn't.
Hey, Pope.
Well, good.
Ready,
that means he's at least focused on other things. So
yeah, he's probably focused on someone being like, "Hey, guy, you may want to calm down there over on Twitter."
You know what? He's allowed to have his opinions. If it was just
Of
a few
course.
tweets, whatever. But, you know, he spent the entire day on it, which is like, come on. Can't you, like, think of something else to do? Like, hey, write out a, I don't know, write Marion Ravenwood into the script. That'd be nice.
If that's what he wants to do, like, and by the way, it did at least show that it's Mango that's writing it rather than John Landis or whatever. Kasdan, yeah.
And somebody named Mr. Buttersworth.
Yeah, I feel like that's a made up name. Anyway, but
no, it's not a made up name. Somebody named Butterworth. Yeah. Co-writer.
Well, look, man, like I was a huge fan of Logan. It's still my favorite superhero movie. Like it's so good.
Look, and that's the whole thing. It's like it's no disrespect to anything that came, you know, like it's no disrespect to his filmography. But that's certainly what it came across as.
Like he wasn't even mentioned in the original tweet that started this whole thing. And big ups to Salty Pepper Nerdy Podcast. I met one of them. I met one of those guys before.
No.
No, what?
No, I know those guys. I met all those guys.
Yeah, like I said, I've met one of them. I don't know why you're saying no.
The jokes about the salty pepper dude, like, come on.
What? I don't know the name of their show. I like the guy. I met a guy from there. He's a cool guy.
I don't believe. I feel like you were making a joke out of that.
No, I wasn't. I really did meet one of them. Yeah, over on Minefield Nerd Minefield. Culture Minefield.
Just stop.
What I did. I'm not. Well, you want me to look up the fucking video where I'm with him?
I'm just messing with you. But no. Salty Nerd and Matt Vader and Matthew Kadish. They're all good friends of mine. And
That was one I met. Actually, I do need to look it up. I don't remember. Who
I told you. Yeah. You're trying to make me look like.
You told me what? I said I don't remember which one I met. That's why I'm looking it up. I didn't say I didn't meet them.
No, Matthew Kadish is the one who started the whole thing. And let me just tell you, I cannot say enough nice things about Matthew Kadish. And I just got off a stream where, it was, I was going into the lion's den per se, but they were, they were critical about what.
Who?
It was Poindexter Lounge.
Who?
Poindexter Lounge.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah. We bonded over Van Halen.
Oh, that's
yeah.
Okay.
Among other things, but
should I know this guy?
He and Jeremy had a debate a couple months ago.
About what?
I don't know, just his critique of it was a.
Hey, so Keith is at Geek Time TV, right?
Keith who?
I don't know. At Geek Time TV. No, hold on. I'm trying to find where I met one of those guys. Was he on yours?
Well, I've had Alex on, who is a salty nerd.
Was I on when he was on?
No.
Oh, anyway.
No,
yeah, I don't.
By the way, that was one of our best
maybe it was on
episodes.
Shenanigans.
I don't know if you ever met any of them.
No, I just said I did. Like, I know I've met one. I just don't. I think it may have been on Shenanigans.
I don't think you have. No, neither of them have been on Shenanigans.
Like I said, I'm not sure where I did, but I did meet one of them. I guess I don't know which one.
Not Shenanigans, but I'm trying to think of where you could have. But oh well. Were you on I don't know. I don't know. I've just known these guys for a long time, and I'm like, what other channel could they have possibly been on that Matt Mardigan has also been on? I can't think of any.
Well, I mean, I know I have. Like, I don't know why we keep talking about it. I know I have. I guess I don't remember which one. It's fine.
I just don't believe you.
Well, that's cool. Thanks.
No.
It's nothing like having you come on and question my credibility in front of everyone. So, thanks for that. Anyway,
you've done worse on my channel.
Hey, Nick.
Hey there.
Would you like to?
Would you like to call me a liar or anything on my channel? What,
I'm not calling you a liar.
You literally said you're a liar.
No. I'm like I don't know if you. Never mind. I wasn't calling you a liar.
Okay, well, when you say you're a liar, it really feels like you're saying it.
Did I actually say that verbatim? Because I don't think I did.
I don't know. Nick, what's going on, bud?
Oh, nothing much going on my end.
How much do you hate Mangold?
I don't know who the hell that is. I've seen a whole lot of stuff. I've heard the name, but I don't really know anything about them.
What Mangold? He did Logan, dude.
Oh, yeah, I like that movie.
Yeah, that's
all I really
probably
have to
my
say.
favorite. It's my favorite like superhero movie. like legit. The third act kind of falls apart for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But leading up to it, dude, I mean, I'm a big fan of like that whole lone wolf and cub kind of trope, anyways. But yeah, I really liked it.
Daphne Keane did a marvelous job playing Laura.
Right? Like you know me, like I am not a fan of women in my movies.
Bullshit.
Oh yeah, it could have been the dump. Thanks, Soul Assassin. That could have been it.
No.
In fact, I think it was.
Was
okay? Never
maybe
mind.
Kadish.
Sorry.
Maybe Kadish.
I'm lying again.
On.
No, I did not meet them on the dump. Thank you, Justin.
well, no. Like if there's anyone that because they have lives. They're not like they only do the Salty Nerd podcast mostly. They have a limited schedule. So I'm thinking in my head like how could you have possibly met one of them? My best bet would be Matthew Kadish. Maybe it was on the dump. So that's whatever.
I mean, if you want, I can find that one.
Stop making things weird, dude.
How I'm making things weird? I'm just every time I say something, you're like, no, you're wrong. No, you didn't do that.
No, I wasn't saying that you were wrong. I'm just like I'm trying to think like where I would have heard that they have been on other channels.
They have been on other channels.
Yeah, but specifically ones that you were on as well. I'm trying to think. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Whatever.
Thank you, Soul Assassin. I believe you're right. It was the first time I was on there, and there was like 10 fucking people. Anyways, what were you saying, Nick?
What was I saying? I was singing the praises of Daphne Keane as Laura.
Oh, yeah, and I was saying how much I don't like women in my movies. Anyway, so what I do not like I like children. I hate them more in my movies. You know what I mean? So that's like a two for there, right?
There's that too.
But she won me over. She was so great.
She was really well. I'm not a huge fan of children in movies either.
No, they're the worst.
There's really only two ways you can go with children in shows. They're either
have a 30-year-old
or they're absolutely terrible.
Yeah. You either get like Sixth Sense or you get, I don't know, every other movie with kids.
And it's more often the latter.
I'm sorry, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Not Charlie and Chocolate Factory. That was atrocious. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Perfect.
I mean,
no bad performance by any of the kid actors.
The Sandlot, like Mighty Ducks, The Big Green,
Stand By Me.
So yeah, but I don't know if like those really are children though, right?
Well, Stand By Me not so much, but they were all 12-year-olds. These were kids. These were childs. These were children.
Well, I mean, they were those. Well, those are teenagers that you just said.
No. I mean, they were pretty much children, or 13-year-olds.
I think anyone
the Goonies,
younger than the age
somebody
of 10.
says Home Alone.
Goonies, yeah. Home Alone, yeah.
Mm-hmm. E.T.
Yeah, I think you have to be careful with anyone under the age of 10.
I know exactly. That's what I was trying to say earlier. Just like
Home Alone, yeah. E.T. No, gross. I'm not a fan. I'm also not by the way, I'm about to piss people. I'm also not a fan of the Fraggle Rock. I hate that show.
I don't like Fraggle Rock either, and I'm a Jim Henson fan.
I can't say that I've seen it at all.
Oh, have you seen the Muppets?
Yeah, I've seen the Muppets.
You've seen Fraggle Rock, basically.
It's not in my memory, I'm afraid.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm not gonna look it up. It's not worth my time.
It's not.
I like some of the songs, but I don't care.
No, I'm not a fan of that, man. Like there was a few movies that scared me when I was a kid. Not many. Gremlins did a little bit. That one kind of got me.
Definitely feed them after midnight, which is literally every minute of the day. I guess.
Yeah, the time really doesn't work. Like I don't know if it's like it's not set apparently to what country was he in? We'll say Asia time. It wasn't set to like Asian time. It I guess it fluctuated like depending on like what time zone you. How does a what do they call them? Mangwa? No, Magua? What was it called before it turns into a gremlin?
I don't care, but I just realized something is that these assholes do this on purpose.
That's a good question. I'll have to ask.
It's Mograi.
You don't understand, like, yeah, like it's not supposed to make sense.
Oh, really? Why not?
Because I have a really strange feeling that a lot of filmmakers will just make these weird rules or whatever, and then just so fans can speculate and just
there
be
it
like,
is. Post
or like they would
Magua.
make flaws
Yeah.
in their movies intentionally.
That seems
spark
like
debate.
it seems like a really bad idea.
Yeah, Malguai. There it is.
Oh,
It seems like a really bad idea. If you're like crafting a story, what you don't want to do is like not have shit like make sense and do it on purpose. Like,
Yeah, so for that one, I think it would have been better if maybe they tighten the mythology for that and said no food after 12 o'clock at night
or like
and
after
and
dark.
before sunup. Yeah,
Sorry,
or
Tom.
just after dark.
Done. After dark, you're done. Like, oh, sorry, Tom. Is Tom
That's what I
member?
just said.
All right, we'll move on from
Rip it
Gremlins.
to pieces.
Sorry about that. I was just saying, like, I just don't know how the time works. Believe me, after time in Loki, like that is the least offensive thing about a movie now. My God, time travel is hard enough to try to get right, but it's like Marvel or Disney or whoever like just went out of their way not like just to not give a shit about it making sense whatsoever. They're like, nah.
The only
Like-
form of time travel that I'll accept is the predestination paradox. Because it's just a clean loop.
Back to the Future was a bunch of bullshit where they rejected it. So I'm so glad they did. By the way,
or a causality loop.
You mean what about 12 Monkeys?
Hmm.
Because it all does fit, but it does have that loop to it.
No, it's stupid. You know, I don't take.
That movie is not stupid.
I think with Loki, they must have been doing the Doctor Who thing, where what was the quote? Time is nothing but a big mangled timey-wimey thing.
Well, no, that wasn't 12 Monkeys though.
No,
Because
I don't think I've seen 12 Monkeys.
Really, dude?
Oh God, I haven't
Legit.
seen so many things.
Wait,
I've heard of
what is
it.
12
I've heard of
Monkeys.
Really? Huh.
No, I know what it is, but I don't.
Oh,
give a shit.
well, there you go. That actually makes sense. I wish somebody could do this for Loki.
Oh yeah. By the way, I'm sorry, Tom. You're about to get melted because that wasn't in the Time Lizard's plan.
Like
To say such a thing.
Well, so like the end game time travel was fine with me because except for the Captain America thing. Except for Captain America.
Yeah, see that I think flew in the face of the whole time travel dynamic in that show. Because if you looked at what Stark actually showed us with the actual machine and everything, it was a loop. So so they go back in time, they cause.
But it was in a different universe, right? So we're talking multiverse.
So anything they do change creates a fork.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm not really sure what the hell they're trying to do with Loki. Like, are they just trying to go this sort of just all over the place?
Well, like I said, last Thursday was that it's as if like if it doesn't like whenever they come in to do one of these projects, they already know what they want. They have their story, and canon be damned if it does not work for what they want to do and the story they want to tell. They will either just ignore it completely or change it. Or,
I mean, the thing is that they've already introduced the multiverse, so they could always.
It's still there though. The multiverse is still there.
The multiverse is still there, and the thing is with a multiverse is that in itself can allow time travel, because all you're essentially doing is traveling from one universe to another. You're just traveling to a universe that's in the past of your universe.
Which would negate like the grandfather paradox, because you could go back in time in a different
you can jump, and you can jump to whichever world you want, even jump back to your own world, and nothing has happened. Everything is fine. Everything is pristine. Because it's the multiverse. You can do anything.
The problem
they want to go back in time. They want to redo stuff and just.
So what doesn't make sense to me, and I thought of this a couple days ago, was that they did the time reset, and I was reading an article that was trying to make sense of this, and they did not do a very good job, right? So they said so Loki fucked up, right? And then the TVA went there and reset the timeline. Now,
the thing is, it shouldn't really matter because we're dealing with a multiverse here.
Right,
each
multiverse is on the same timeline though, and it has to work exactly the way that the Lizard Kings want it to, or someone's gonna get melted. So when Loki fucked up and picked up the Tesseract,
did you not see the cartoon at the beginning of the presentation?
Why are you yelling at me?
No, not you, Nick. Nick clearly doesn't understand.
No,
because he doesn't understand what's going on.
The whole multiverse theory is actually a theory of time, not a theory of time travel, but a way of explaining away time travel. And it seems the writers of Marvel don't know what they want. Do they want to do causality leaps? Do they want to do multiverse? I just think they should pick one and stick to it.
So what my specific problem that I was bringing up was that when they reset that timeline so that everything will, be back in order, did they replace Loki with a clone? Did they have a drawer full of cloned Lokis like they did the Infinity Stones? Did they take a Loki from another timeline and put him in one of them? It's like, where did the other Loki come to complete that timeline so that everything works out the way that it was predetermined?
Oh,
how is it reset?
Who knows? I mean, I thought the whole idea were the only way to reset a fork or timeline was to replace the Infinity Stones, where they came from, wherever they were taken from.
Yeah, they're in Indy. I miss Kip, dude. I like having Kip here to do all the highlighting and shit. They're in Endgame. They should have set themselves into empty space, because you're going to a point in time where the Earth is not, and that. All right, that's too much math. I'm skipping it. Marvel's playing the time.
That's also a very good point.
X, Y, and Z is the point.
Back to the Future had the bit. No.
Yep. Yes.
No.
Yes. The first movie did. Perfect.
I can figure out a way to bring back Black Widow that will be accepted with people who like the character, and it's not that difficult because it would fit in for the.
I'm confused about something with Black Widow. Like, wasn't that supposed to come out before the TV shows? I guess it's inconsequential.
Everything was meant to come out before whatever's coming out right now.
It's inconsequential.
Only if they love the animal
to anything else. So
they would have to love the animal. That was kind of the catch on there was you have to sacrifice like someone you love.
Yeah, and let us not forget too that there was a condition to that as well, that the people sacrificed for the Soul Stone could not be brought back in any way. They were gone. For good.
Yeah, they're gone for good. So she's gone.
So for good. I suppose that might have been a little bit of a. I'm not sure if you'd call that a plot hole with regard to Gamora. Coming back.
Well, but she's coming from a different multiverse. She's coming from a different universe.
Like is that allowed?
Yeah, because it's a different universe. They're different. You know what I mean? Like, so actually, I'm glad you brought that up, because that answers.
I suppose that's the only way to bring these characters back is if they're from a different timeline.
Right. Well, no, it's not a different time. It's all the same timeline.
Well, a different universe.
Multiverse, right? Because apparently in some multiverses, like Gamora was sacrificed, and others she wasn't. That's the only way to explain that. Or no, because she came from the past in that one. So if each multiverse is on the same timeline, which it is, we know that from the cartoon, right? And it's going forward.
From the cartoon, God damn it.
Do you have additional information?
Oh, you meant
The only
I thought you were
information I
talking
have
about an
is, the
MCU
ancient
cartoon, like not like the Loki series.
Who the fuck watches those? Anyways.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, all right, continue. Okay,
Anyway.
okay. You got me really confused there for a
All
second.
these multiverses are
Right.
moving on the same timeline, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Despite that time works differently throughout the universe, but fuck it. We won't even bring that up, right? So they're all moving on the same like predetermined timeline. So I guess that it was predetermined that the Gamora that was from the past, but in a different multiverse, would take the place in this one of the Gamora that is sacrificed for that stone that don't mean shit. All that was predetermined. What wasn't predetermined was Loki would pick the motherfucker up. Cool. So
Yeah, see, I've seen so many tweets about this, trying to rationalize and question this, and it seems to me these time lizard people, whatever the hell they are, don't know what the hell they're doing. They're making shit up as they go along.
Did not have stupid conditions. Yeah. I can't live without it crunch. Wait, hold on. I really, really love my cell phone. I can't live without it crunch. Yeah, I agree or disagree. I don't know. By the way, Back to the Future time travel doesn't work because if his parents' meeting was dependent upon him, how did they meet to have him for him to be able to go back and put them together?
Loop. So you go back in time in order to get your parents together, so they can have you, so you can go back in time to get your parents together, so that they have you. And yeah,
but okay, how about this one? Right, your future self comes back in. Your future self comes back and tells you, hey, man, and then he gives you a joke. He's like, this is the greatest joke ever, right? Like, you've made your whole living off of this one good bit, right? You're like, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So you use the bit in your act, and you're killing it. You're killing it. You're killing it. Well, who wrote the joke?
You did.
No. My future self came back and gave it to me.
Well, that's what you call a causality loop.
Right.
So...
It has to come from someone.
It's one of those chicken and egg things, which comes first.
The joke has to come first from someone. For you to give it to someone, it would have to come from somewhere or someone.
Well, no. The real confusion in Back to the Future, if anything, is what the second and third movie relates to, and how that's But if we're talking about the first movie. It's perfect. Fuck you.
Okay. How do people in pictures like slowly like disappear? What is that?
Watch the movie again.
Either you're there or you're not.
Watch the movie.
You can't halfway be there.
You clearly didn't watch the movie.
I clearly have. That's why I'm referencing the photo.
All right. Marty's not affected. I'm sorry.
Why?
Time works slowly.
Where?
I don't know. What are you, a 4-year-old who's just discovering the universe? Like, what kind of stupid questions are these?
You're the one that bringing these things up. I'm just asking for clarification on them. And why would a 4-year-old be like discovering the universe? I wouldn't rely on a 4-year-old to tell me shit.
No, it's just like one of those things. It's just I'm messing with you. It's like one of those things. Like, oh, why is the sky blue? Oh, well, it's because of this. Like. It's because of the atmosphere. Like, what's an atmosphere? Like, I don't know. Just like, yeah.
But he disrupted the timeline. Okay. But wouldn't he? All right. So if he went back, so if it happened normally and then he came back and disrupted the timeline, like,
look, he disrupted this. God damn it. Okay. Do you want a serious answer?
I mean, it's been a serious conversation for Nick and I.
Oh,
No problem, dude. If you can pin it here, you can do that as well. I don't know. There should be a mod in there somewhere. I'm not, but other people are.
Okay. So your question was basically like, can you reframe that? Can you just like what's the problem with Back to the Future?
It's just a causality loop, like what Nick said.
The causality the causality loop. You know,
And you're wondering,
okay.
like, for instance, if someone made a joke, went back in time, told you the joke. Well,
but it was your own self from the future that came back and told you the joke.
I suppose in that case, it would just be a fixture of the timeline. In that case, I suppose. I don't know how to explain.
It came from
this
another
one.
right. Like, well, that's the reason why we use those.
It
Like,
could be like
that's one.
A spontaneous creation event.
Right. Well, you also have the grandfather paradox, which again will like.
That's not important in Back to the Future.
It kind of is, because if we already know,
I think that's also another name for a causality loop as well.
What? Oh yeah. You go back. You can't kill your grandfather. We already know how it's going to end because you were born.
Okay.
So we already know how the story of Back to the Future is going to end because Marty was born to go back in the time to disrupt it in the first place.
Well, no, he wasn't born to do that.
No, I didn't say it was. I said he was born. Therefore, we know that he was born.
Yeah, it's like your grandfather lived because you were born.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking this on a molecular level. Like, how did Doc Brown go back in time and make sure that? There was an interesting paradox that's very uncomfortable to talk about. Is like, how did Doc Brown make sure that Dave? I forgot the sister's name, and Dave, Linda, and Marty were exactly the same. How did he get them to fuck at the same time?
So,
Tom, like, if you really want to get into that detail,
so Tom,
if you really want to, like, that's the.
And you're saying in this timeline, so are we saying like a new timeline?
Like, how is Marty the same person?
Why are you yelling at me again?
Like, I guess, No,
in response to Tom's.
Yeah, I was trying to.
Oh, sorry.
Is it possible the reason why the timeline gets disrupted is because when Marty goes back, he has foreknowledge of all the events that happened in the past? His knowledge of the past is what caused the past to change, which changes the present, and et cetera, et cetera. So the thing about a causality loop is you kind of have to, go through it not knowing what you're going to do.
Right. So is this a different timeline that is split off from the main one, right? And then because once he goes back, it sets events in a different way, so therefore it's a different timeline.
Yeah, because there is that thing.
But when he travels back to the future, though, is he traveling back to his time? No, because things are different though when he gets back.
That would be future. A fork.
Yeah, so it's an entirely different timeline then.
An alternate 1985.
Yeah.
Once you go back in time, the rules in the Back to the Future universe dictate that everything changes. This is not the same timeline. It creates another timeline just by you being there. The only time, the first time, like when Einstein goes 1 minute into the future, he simply does not exist. He doesn't exist for that 1 minute.
Right.
Which make things so confusing for Back to the Future Part 2 that I don't even want to talk about.
So if it's a different timeline, if it's a different timeline that he's traveling back to the future in, why doesn't he run into himself?
Well, hold on.
Because he's from a different timeline, right?
Wait.
So if he started a new timeline, wouldn't there be a him for that timeline?
Wait, Matt, are we talking about just the first Back to the Future movie,
yes.
or are we talking about
yes.
all? Okay,
I'm just talking about him going back to the future in Back to the Future.
Yeah, just the first movie. Okay, so we don't even have to talk about the complications with the sequels. Okay, cool. I guess that was kind of like my thing the whole time. It was just like, yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, so if it's a new timeline that he creates by going into the past, right? Wouldn't there be a different him for that timeline? Because he's from a different one. So that timeline is now missing their Marty, and this timeline now has two Martys.
It explains it because you see that Marty go Back to the Future.
Right, but which one? The new timeline that he created or the old one? It has to be the new one because the changes that happened that he created. So where's
you
the
answered
new Marty?
your own question?
I didn't.
Congratulations.
I didn't. Where's the new Marty?
The new Marty. Where is he when he goes back in time?
He's in an entirely different timeline.
Which plays out the same way as it did in the previous timeline, correct?
There are two Martys when he goes back to the future. There we go.
When he goes back to 1955, there are two Martys because he went back 10 minutes prior, and it plays out the same way as it did before.
Oh, so there was two Martys?
Of course there was, because he went 10 minutes prior to when he actually initially went back. So of course there are going to be two Martys.
What happened to the other Marty? I don't remember what happened to the other Marty.
Surely it would have disappeared
Who
when it
cares?
time traveled.
I mean, I do because we're having a conversation about it right now.
All right.
I mean, the only way I can really make sense of any of this is like the like how they did time travel in Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, where they have to sort of close the loop themselves, like go back and to the place where they disappear, you know. But at least they only go back an hour.
Fill in the gaps.
Yeah, so there's no, they don't live in the same space at the same time.
Tom,
but at least in the movie,
you're
in
right.
The book they do.
You're right, unless the Lizard Kings said that it was okay, like they did with the Avengers, because the Avengers go back and they're the ones that actually caused Loki to fuck up the timeline, but they're cool. Like,
actually, strike that. I misspoke.
Yeah,
back. See, this is why it's. Oh yeah. I've been meaning to see Primer, like, because I hear that's the one that actually like legit kind of gets it.
Time travel.
Yeah, let's get to the check, man. That Loki thing is just fucked up. Every time travel is not a great idea for almost any story.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay if you keep it simple,
like
like a simple loop. Yeah. Or if you have maybe magic involved.
Yeah, like the Black Knight.
Because that can blur edges and whatnot.
Sure, yeah,
that mess with people's minds and cover things up and all that.
So that wasn't part of the topics that we were supposed to like. I wanted to talk about the Mangold thing a little bit. We did. I also wanted. This is probably just me. There's a glitch in MLB The Show 2021 to where like my player doesn't progress now, and I read like a workaround or whatever, and I did. It worked for one game, and now it doesn't. So like it really pisses me off because I wanted to be playing that instead of doing this, but there's no point to it because I can't progress my guy. And it sucks because like I've been waiting since like 2005, 2008, maybe, for a legitimate baseball game to come on the Xbox, and I finally get it, and I fucking love it. And then, all right, fuck me over, man.
I'm sorry this is happening to you.
But that also leads us into E3. Have y'all watched anything coming out of E3?
No, I haven't really been paying any attention to that. I'm just waiting for news on the new Harry Potter game.
Oh,
Hogwarts Legacy. Big
Hogwarts Legacy. There's Hogwarts Mystery, which is a bullshit game.
Yeah, no, I sort of lost all interest in that. It sort of went on for too long. But no, this one coming up is meant to be this whole RPG. You get to, games. What's it? Customize your character, and yeah.
I'm not a Harry Potter head, Harry Potterer.
Yeah, Potterhead is fine.
Harry
Yeah, Potterhead's
Potterite. Harry Potterite. I did see that they're having a Guardians of the Galaxy game, and I was shocked when they said, "Yeah, it's gonna be a single player." You know, I'm like, "Whoa, hold on now."
Isn't
Like,
that a DLC to the Avengers game?
no. This is an
Or
entirely
am I
new
thinking
game.
of Black Panther?
Probably Black Panther. Black Panther was if you can say DLC, but I didn't play that game because, again, just like with movies, don't like my females to be like my protagonist to be a female. Gross.
You know what?
And,
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I miss the days where all of these movies became console games. I feel like, with the right writers, they could actually do it
They
justice
suck,
instead
yeah.
of these stupid app games.
Wait, all they said was it's coming out and it's set in the 1800s. What was set in the 1800s? Did I miss that? Oh, is that a Harry Potter thing?
No,
Yeah, the Harry Potter one is set in the 1800s.
Wait, no, not the Harry Potter movies. What are you talking about?
No, the
That is
game.
bad.
Oh, the new game?
Yeah, the Hogwarts Legacy is going to be set in the 1800s.
Oh,
so
yeah,
before
that's
all the events.
Wait,
Is
so it's gonna
that-
be a Western?
No, it's
starting
going to,
win
it's
me
going to be
back
at
over.
Hogwarts.
Oh, never
It's
mind.
just going to be sort of like in, not Victorian. Is it Victorian era?
Never mind.
Yeah, Victorian.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that
Sam
where?
doesn't know.
Is that where the fun fact on Twitter came out? It's like, oh, before this date, there were no bathrooms in Hogwarts, so they just had magic to erase their shit away from their pants.
Wait, is that
No, that they
their
had
pants?
plumbing for a good long while.
yeah? And they also had leaves.
No,
right?
that
There
was a
trees.
quote from Potterhead. Was it
Yeah,
not?
no, it's true. Before a certain time, they didn't have any plumbing.
But
so
what
they
part
just
was that?
vanished their shit and piss in the hallways.
Right, but not from their pants. I don't think like they had to
No,
wait until they pissed
they
themselves.
would have done the Versailles thing and copped a squat in the corner.
Hey, Christy, the invite's in. I think you're in both of those group
Hey there,
chats.
Christy.
Yeah,
You would
please
like to
join
come
us
up here?
ASAP so I can leave and not make a further embarrassment out of myself.
You're not embarrassing
Oh,
yourself.
calm down,
Okay.
Justin. You've been fine.
Okay.
By the way, somebody brought up Battlefield 4897. Sorry,
20,
Battlefield
48.
42.
Battlefield 2042. I was close. And I hate first person shooters. Hate them. They don't make sense to me. Who's getting ready to smoke? Like who's about to do
I
some
think
lines?
that's one of the Aussie twins.
Hey,
Oh, sorry. I've just got a Japanese curry in the slow cooker.
is that Australian for cocaine?
Carrier?
No,
Is it-
in Australia we just call it Coke.
Because it's like anyway, no. So I hate first person shooters. It's so weird. You can't see your feet. That's dumb, and it feels like the camera's in your
You
mouth. I hate it.
Ooh.
So, but I saw the trailer for Battlefield 2042 78-4, and I gotta say, I was like, holy shit, this looks crazy. Like, there is just a massive multiplayer, force on force with jets and helicopters and tanks and people, and they're like air gliding like a flying squirrel, and it's just bananas.
You play Bad Company? Battlefield Bad Company?
No, I don't like first person shooters.
Okay. Well, I will tell you that my dad and I, he actually snuck into my room to play my Xbox and play Battlefield Bad Company because he loved video games, loved war games. He had never seen anything like that. So, and you're not even a big fan of video games and first person shooters.
Who?
You're
am
not a big fan of first-person shooters.
No, but I am video games.
Yeah. But would you say, what did you think about the graphics in Battlefield Bad Company?
I don't remember enough of it to give you.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
I didn't play it, so.
But this is a guy who grew up on Atari games, and he
Who
was
did?
blown away. My dad,
Oh,
he was blown away by it.
well, yeah, he came from Atari. Did you see the ET game for Atari?
Yeah, that's creepy, like a little thumb.
Did you see it? Have you seen it?
Yeah, like a little thumb wandering around the screen.
There's like 300,000 of them buried out in the Nevada fucking desert somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's 300,000. I may be off by a little bit.
Yeah, more than that. But
I don't think it was more than 300,000. That's a lot of fucking cartridges, you know.
a little bit more. Oh.
COD 1 was-
Anyways, what makes this game different than any of the other ones? Like mainly.
No, I wait. Spec Ops: The Line. No, I'm sorry. Wait. Ah, shit. Is that the one? That's a third-person shooter, though, right? If that's the one I'm thinking about, where like you turn out like it was legit a great game. Like it was third-person shooter, right? No, wait. Spec Ops: The Line. Is that the one I'm thinking about? Is that the one with the crazy fucking story where like you think you're the good guy, but you ended up being the bad guy? Nope. All right, nobody. Okay, well.
What do you want me to do? Talk more?
I mean, when I ask a question, it'd be cool if somebody said something.
Nick,
Well, I can't really speak to anything.
Yeah,
Call
not a
of
fan of
Duty
that
or
either.
Battlefield related. I'm not really
I
one
didn't
for
know that.
first-person shooters. I'm more of an Assassin's Creed type of person.
I have not played the new DLC, the Ireland one. What is it that they just came out with for
Oh
Assassin's
yeah,
Creed?
Wrath of the Druids.
Yeah, I haven't played it. Like I started it. I don't know where he went. I started it, but I haven't gone back. Like I literally just like talked to that first main guy or whatever. I was like, I'm gonna go back to something else. I liked Odyssey so much more than this one. I like with this one, I forget that I have like special abilities or powers or whatever, you know?
Yeah, no, I will say this about Valhalla. The what do you call it, combat system in
See
this
you
one
later,
seems a bit rough. You know, Odyssey I think had a better combat system. This one seems a bit heavy, a bit sluggish.
Yeah, and I also didn't like all the women. So many women. Oh man, Barber, my buddy, I do the channel with, dude. We had a whole review about it when I finally finished it. He was not happy with seeing like he would be like, no, like you can't, like, you know what I mean, like because you're they keep replacing your people with women. Like first you have your armor get replaced by a black female in England, or I forgot where it is. Is it Northumbria, whatever it is, wherever you're at, right?
Northumbria, yeah.
Yeah. But at a time that would not only would they
I
not
did
be
notice,
there
I did notice that there are a couple of quote unquote diverse editions that I think are a bit
with no
how to say,
justification.
yeah, no real justification. Like that's my thing with this sort of stuff. You know, if you're going to, I'm not against a diverse cast at
No.
all, but the thing is, there has to be a story there. You know.
Right. Like, well,
And you know, they can make up stories. Like, you know, the Vikings, for instance, they had access to trade and they traveled all the way to Turkey and whatnot. They had connections, and there's even evidence of the Vikings so far as China, and you know, because it's all connected through the Silk Road. So there are stories there that can be told, but they just don't bother.
have you heard about the Predator movie? By the way, which apparently is just gonna be going straight to fucking
with the what do you call it, with the lady who looks like she's got a bad smell up under her nose.
The Milan, the Pocahontas story. I'm trying to combine Milan and Pocahontas. It's there. It's there.
Yep.
Yeah, because he like becomes a warrior, and like he talks to raccoons about the
colors of the wind.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Thank you for that. No, I think that my favorite Assassin's Creed game is probably going to be Assassin's Creed 3. I fucking loved it. It was so American.
Yeah, no, I do have a soft spot for number 3, but I think, as ever, my favorite will always be number 1, because by virtue of it being number 1. Oh, but no, I lie. The Ezio.
Sam, I thought you were coming up here.
Yeah, something's going on with his computer.
Did he spill Coke in it?
Oh, hang on. Bear with me a moment.
Oh, is he not in the Among Us?
Bitch. No, he is. I think he's just looking for the link, which should be there in the Among Us chat. It's not. Scroll upwards.
Hey, man.
Yeah, sorry, you're saying for fuck's sake.
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed. Like I played the remastered version of Assassin's Creed 3 or whatever.
Yeah.
Fucking loved it. I enjoyed every bit of it.
Yep,
Hey,
so
no problem, Tom.
coming right now.
I don't know if you're in either one of those groups. I usually drop it in those groups, man. But
yeah, he is. I just told him where to find
okay.
it.
All right.
Yeah.
See you guys. See you, Tom. Tom, not you guys. You guys stay. The rest of you on the chat. Tom's the only one that's allowed to leave. No one else. Anyway, yeah. Oh, the remastered one. I forgot what I got it with. I think it came with some like either maybe I forgot what it came with, but like hell yeah, I enjoyed the hell out of that one. I've been playing Mass Effect too, a Mass Effect as well, the remake or the re-rendered HD, the remastered. There we go. I skipped the first one because it was fine. I played the entire second. I haven't played Massively Effectiveness, the second one. And I played it all the way through, dude. I fucking loved it. I still think it has like the best like opening where like, you know what I mean? Like your dude dies immediately. Like, oh, that's awesome. But I'm playing the third, and I got to be honest, I am skipping almost all of the dialogue. I don't know if it's because I remember so much from it that I'm like, yeah, I get what's happening, or like I just don't care about it as much as I did for Mass Effect 2. But yeah, I've just been
see that's one thing I've noticed too, that dialogue is difficult to skip nowadays. So dialogue should always have a skip option, because sometimes it just goes on for too damn long.
Yeah. Hey Sam.
Hey, how's it going?
It's everyone else day. Let's see. AC1 is the best. AC3, the open world mostly. The last part comes second, and Black Flag has the best. By the way, I skipped Black Flag.
No, you can't skip Black Flag.
No, I did. Like, you can do it. I skipped it because, like, I got the remastered version or whatever on the Xbox One, but at the same time as whatever other Assassin's Creed came out at that time, I was like, why am I going to go back and play this old one when there's a new one? So I played the new one. Sorry. I've been seeing what's going on with WoW and I guess World of Warcraft, and let me say Blizzard needs to get their butts in gear. They're being beaten by Final Fantasy 14. People are now, bro. I'm not the one.
I think a lot of games studios right now need to pull their fingers out. Especially with that Cyberpunk debacle. That was released way too damn soon. But I'm the type of person I would rather wait another year for a good game.
Oh, okay. Sorry, man. I thought we were talking about Assassin's Creed 3, not Ace Combat 3. My bad. All right, fine. Black Flag.
Sorry. Yeah, I was a bit of a, for instance, latecomer to The Witcher.
Fucking love The Witcher 3, dude. It's so good.
Yeah. I mean, I saw Geeky Candy streaming it, and I just thought, this might be up my alley.
That's a real one, right?
Yeah, Geeky Candy is a real one. She's been MIA recently because she's had a kid. So she's real.
I'm kidding.
Anyway, yeah, so I watched her stream for a bit. It's like, this actually looks right up my alley. So I went ahead and bought it and started playing it. And my God, this is exactly what, games should be.
It's amazing, right?
Yeah.
It's so good.
The world is so fully realized. I like the combat. I like the mythology. I like the story.
You didn't play either one of the first two Witcher games?
No, not at all.
I think we've only seen walkthroughs of those two.
Yeah.
Have you read any of the books? Because
I managed to finish the first book, so the last week
before you played.
Yep.
Okay, I went in completely blind. Never played the game. Never read the book. I'm like, what is happening? Like,
I think I read The Last Wish whilst I was playing it, so I didn't really know a lot about what was going on.
But you
I had-
could fill in the
Yeah,
blanks
I
if you
could fill in the
clever.
blanks. I did a little bit of wiki walking and
yeah.
So
Well, like when the show came out, though, like I was like, oh man, Henry Cavill as Geralt. I'm like, hashtag not my Geralt. But the first, even and the picture came out with that dumbass wig he had on. I'm like,
yeah, that was a bit disappointing.
Dude,
But then,
the first time he goes roach, I'm like, that's my Geralt.
Yeah.
Won me over immediately.
And we all know Henry Cavill's a complete nerd, so it kind of fits either way. So we at least know he's a fan.
Yeah. He's a huge fan.
Yennefer or Triss? I'd have to go with Yen, I'm afraid.
Oh, I hooked up with both of them, and that doesn't
Guilty.
end well. Yeah, that doesn't end well.
Yennefer, was it teleports me into the lake?
That's the scene. That's the scene at Camoran, wasn't it? Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, by the way, so when I first I've played through Witcher 3 probably 2 or 3 times now, but the first time I did, I had the worst ending possible. I won't say what it is, but like it is so fucking depressing, and it was so bad.
I got the happy ending.
Oh, look, okay, fuck it. It's been out long enough, right? My ending was you go back to the 3 witches that like steal the necklace from Surrey, right? So you go back for it, you kill them, you find the box, and he just sits in a chair and he drops his sword as all these monsters are crawling over the fucking cabin and going in. And he's just like, he just gives up on life and everything. He just drops the sword and just sits there and just weeps over this fucking necklace. I'm like, oh my God, I have made such horrible choices. I'm going to go ahead and load up a way earlier save and try to do things better for Geralt. I felt so guilty and bad for like the way it ended for him. I'm like, oh.
No, I got the happy ending where Ciri sacrifices herself, but it's revealed shortly after that she didn't actually die. So she and Geralt, go off, walk off in the distance all happy, and well, she gets to become a Witcher when she grows up.
I don't care about that.
Well, gets older.
Well, so with you can have them both, but like the ending though, like they both get pissed off at you and leave you.
Ciri was perfectly happy in my ending.
I've not noticed his arm length or hand size.
Soul Assassin, apparently Ciri is supposed to be in Cyberpunk. It's like a little nod, like a little Easter egg.
First person shooter, don't care. I really wanted to play it, but like one, it was in first person. 2, it didn't seem like it was ready to come out when it did.
Oh God, no. Apparently there are bugs everywhere.
Yeah. By the way, real quick, I wanted to get back to Ace Combat 3. Not because I played it, I haven't, but I've only played like one like fighter jet game, and it was one by Tom Clancy. It was a Tom Clancy brand. So much fun. I forgot what it's called, but it was more arcadey than your super fucking like high tech. And by the way, I don't like playing it because like I don't have the cool controller like I did for Steel Battalion. You know what I mean? Like Steel Battalion has ruined mech games for me. Because if I don't have 180 buttons and pedals in front of me, it just doesn't like if I don't have something to switch on my windshield wipers, it's just not going to live up to it. By the way, that shit's still pretty expensive on eBay. People still play it and stuff too.
They wouldn't actually shops and that wouldn't sell them new, would they?
Well, no, but like people like really you should. Momoa, I guess. I like him, man. He's a great Witcher. You're not gonna change my mind about that. He's awesome.
I enjoyed I enjoyed the woman who played Yennefer. I thought she did a marvelous job.
Yeah, I feel though like because in the first season, like they didn't forget it that the show is called The Witcher and Geralt is in it. You know what I mean? So even when they did veer off for a little bit too long, they were like, "Oh fuck, that guy, Geralt."
Look,
That's his
yeah,
name.
I kind of forgive it because you've got to establish all the characters, but then you've also got to establish how they're connected to each other.
Right,
And in many ways, you kind of got to have a little backstory to set everything up. So I think,
right.
okay, well, I can forgive that.
Yeah.
The one thing I didn't like so much, and as I understand it, I mean, the next season is going to be a bit more linear. But the one thing I didn't like so much was the non-linear narrative style. I found it intensely difficult to keep up with until the end, where it all ties up properly, and you think, "Oh, now I get it." I shouldn't really have to wait that long before it clicks.
Yeah, I think like we were like 3 or 4 episodes in. We're like, wait, hold on, like, wait,
Yeah.
Yeah, you
As
have
I
to
said,
really
what?
pay attention.
You've really got to pay attention, and you've got to listen to the details about what everyone says and when.
Yeah,
And when you watch it a second time, it's like, okay, I get it, I really do.
right.
But it wouldn't have it wouldn't have been out of place, in my opinion, to use that old-fashioned cliche where they say, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, present day,
Why
wherever.
wouldn't they? Like,
That sounds like
You
it
think
wouldn't
they
have been out of
would.
place.
But
But,
obviously they must have taken inspiration from Westworld season 2, which was just all over the bloody place.
why would you
Right.
take it from there?
Look,
Yeah, I know. It's similar.
Nicky,
Was it time
Nick,
jumping?
The thing with Westworld is that it's particularly season 2 is that it's actually an incredibly simple plot. It's just given this non-linear structure to make it seem more complicated than it actually is.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's annoying as fuck. But anyway, that's just my opinion.
Yeah, no, like, by the way, all they could have they could have easily have given, like, Geralt a mustache to let you know, like what they did in Face Off. Remember at the beginning when he shoots the kid through John Travolta, he had a mustache, so it was like in the 80s.
Yeah,
Or,
like just a little
his
sign.
little mustache, yeah. And then
Like, hell, maybe they could have even had like right at the beginning a short-haired Geralt, and as he's getting older and older, his hair gets longer.
I mean, if
that makes more sense than what I said, yeah.
that's what I mean. If haircuts and beards are a thing in the game, why not?
Right?
Yeah. Although one thing that sort of got me a little bit worried is Yaskia or Dandelion.
Yeah,
I mean,
Dandelion.
Yeah, Dandelion, however you want to pronounce it.
Dandelion.
Yeah, and I'm not really sure where the hell he is. Like, is he in the past? Is he in the present?
He's in both.
Yeah, because
Wherever
by the time
he is where he is.
by the time Siri comes along, he would be what?
Nah, bro.
Knocking his 60s, surely.
Nah,
just fun fact, if anyone's curious about the name change, Yaskira is actually Polish for dandelion, so there you go.
By the way, I thought you were going to go a different way, because like I was like, oh, I'm on board. What I thought you were going to say was, I'm worried that they're not going to be able to curate like such a catchy and like infectious song as was Toss a Coin to Your Witcher.
Oh, they probably won't. That's true.
I don't think
probably
they can,
won't be able
right?
to do
No,
it.
I think perhaps that was lightning in a bottle.
Yeah. Oh, they recorded it in
Wink,
all
wink.
kinds of different versions. Like they have a rap version of it too, that they're like, maybe we'll release some of these one day.
Oh yeah, even Dan Vask, he does a metal version of it.
Yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Hey,
That one's
Steve,
No, but
how's
like
it going?
they actually did, like the guy that that sings it and whatever, they did different versions of it as well, like a rap version and shit.
I did not know that.
Yep. By the way, what's weird is like, because what worried me initially with The Witcher was like, they're like, oh, but it's not going to be based on the game. It's going to be, from the books, right? I'm like, oh, fuck me. Like, I felt like that was going to be their excuse, right? But then Henry like based his Geralt on the game's Geralt.
Yeah, like you can see where Henry Cavill might have gotten inspiration, but everything else, I'd say it was loosely based on the book.
Yeah, loosely.
Yeah.
Being your
Yeah,
phrase.
loosely.
Yeah, and I really do think like this new season, even Henry Cavill said like, I mean, I'm gonna paraphrase here. He's like, I tried to get them not to focus so much on the women, gross, but they did anyways.
Yeah.
Paraphrasing, of course,
Also,
not
fun
verbatim.
fact: the actress who plays Tessaya de Vries is also
Wait,
the
plays who?
actress Tessaya de Vries. right? You know the rectress of
Yennefer's
Aretuza?
teacher.
Yennefer's teacher, right? The
Okay,
rectress of the rectress of Aretuza, the actress who plays Amayana Buring, is actually in the Witcher 3 video game as the what's her name, the Duchess of Tucson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Blonde lady in
there's a,
Tucson with the big boobs.
there's a connection to the games there, so that's nice.
Toss your loin to the Witcher. Use your Valley of Plenty. So good.
Hey there, Scott.
All right. Well, not a big fan of what Scott's doing here. I mean, you could have included me after that or like before that. Maybe not
Someone's
ignore me
jelly.
completely. That's fine. Yeah, no. So I am worried about this next season. Like, even
regarding the little teaser, the Siri teaser.
Such
you
a
would have
slap
thought,
in the face, man.
yeah, like you would have thought they'd introduce the Witcher series with the Witcher
The
teaser
Witcher,
first.
yeah.
I mean, apparently there are there's one for Geralt and one for Yennefer coming.
Oh, that's cool.
But
Why not
so
start
they've
with
sort of got
Geralt?
the three characters set up. But you would have thought Geralt, being the Witcher himself, would be number one.
Top billing and that.
Yeah, top billing.
I don't know if I would be willing to accept, like, oh no, we didn't even think about how some of the fans of both the show, the movies, and the game would take it that we didn't show Geralt, the Witcher, in the first teaser for The Witcher. It just did not occur to us that they may be upset. Yeah, simps. Yeah, fucking.
I mean, Mad. I mean,
You
the
incels.
the writer for the Witcher series has patriarchy smasher in her bio, so I'm sure she doesn't give a shit. Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Steve.
Oh, nice.
Steven Saucedo,
it says a few years ago. Is it still there?
I mean, what reason would they have to remove it? No one's gonna, do anything.
I mean, it's possible that the person changed her mind, but maybe she's grown, or she's trying to avoid a hell of a lot of backlash.
I mean, that's true. I mean,
because secretly she knows who the audience is.
Oh, it's gone now.
It's gone now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Look, it could be, as I said, it could be she said that stuff to save her own ass. I mean, given some of the stuff that Cameron Pasha has said about the people in Hollywood, they'll say whatever they can to save their own asses.
Sure.
So that would not surprise me at all. And Steven Saucedo, you're absolutely right. Priscilla's song is pretty epic.
Yeah, self-preservation.
I can play that on tin whistle.
Yeah, self-preservation is a really big motivator for most anything.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, I said this earlier on Twitter to Nick Weiser that anyone from Hollywood at the moment, I just assume they're all on the SJW NPC bandwagon.
Yeah, and this Mangold thing,
it saves heartache and disappointment.
Well, look at the Mangold thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, no, I have heard no one say anything like, "Oh, this Mangold guy, he's a real SJW." You know what I mean? No one. It like he volunteered to put himself out there. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But you didn't have to, bro. Like, you were good. Nobody cared. But by the way, so I don't know if they're going to end it after season 2. They could.
Look, it is Netflix, Mad, so you never really know.
Well, so the thing with Netflix, though, is because there's a cap to how many new subscribers a show will bring in. All right. Once you think you're there, that you gain nothing from doing another season. Maybe, you could justify like retention. Like you want to, retain like the subscribers you do have, so you keep putting out good content. But if I think they had the track record of like doing a show for at least 2, maybe 3 seasons to get people to come in, and then they're moving on from that show.
Well, for something so popular, maybe another streaming service might pick it up. Like Amazon
that's happened. That's happened.
Is there a poster?
Yeah. Oh, I haven't seen the poster. Wow, they didn't put him in the. Did they thin him in the poster? Get it? Fan him like
Mhm.
Star Wars, whatever. Anyways, Stig, the links in this week in bullshit. Like if you want,
I have the omnibus of the graphic novels.
I played the third game. Me and a friend run into the same problem with Witcher 3. First time we played one weekend and we remembered we had a horse on the other side. Turns out we were still on the first quest. Yeah, that happens. It could have been the first trailer. Yeah, that's the one that they released with. It was first like little teaser. Hollywood is just broken and is a straight dumpster fire. And doing independent film is the only way to save movies at this. So I disagree with this a little bit because I'll send it to you direct. So there are good movies coming out and pretty. I know I bring this up on every fucking stream, but Craig C. Zoller. He did Bone Tomahawk, Dragged Across Concrete, and Brawl in Cell Block 99. Like his movies are great, and he is not. It's just good fucking storytelling. They're really good movies, and I like that Paper Tiger that came out. Like that came out of nowhere for me. I was not expecting it at all. Zabin, is it Sabin? Oh,
I can't say I've heard any of these.
Look, the only one I've heard of is Paper Tiger, but I haven't actually seen it.
Paper Tiger is good. I keep telling you guys, you have to see his movies. The Craig Zoller guy, because he is the producer that he worked with on all of his movies is the producer they brought into Daily Wire to work with Gina Carano. And so if there's an opportunity for them to have him come in to do the directing and the writing, it's going to be epic because I think like she would fit perfectly in his style. I would start with Bone Tomahawk. If you haven't seen Bone Tomahawk yet, you're like,
let me have a little look. See,
Bone Tomahawk. My God, like there's you have to see it.
Hang on, this one looks familiar. With Kurt Russell.
Yes.
I'll write it down and see if we've got it on. It says it's on Netflix, but I'm not sure if it's on Netflix Australia.
I think it is. It's not on Netflix. America. No, that was yesterday. Like in the middle of the day. You missed that one too. See you later, Scott. See you on Wednesday. But yeah, dude, his movies are great. There's also the Kid Detective, which is amazing. Stieg, what is up, brother?
Oh, I am having sleep issues.
Hey, Stieg.
Hi, McCabe's.
Hello.
You're well.
I guess how you
Very
feeling?
Well, indeed. Thank you.
What?
How you feeling about The Witcher? You think this season's going to be any good?
I hope so. But
did you like the first one? Did you like the first season?
Yeah. I thought it was. They didn't have to do the time skip thing though.
Yeah,
that's confused new watchers, I guess. And Yennefer is miscast in my opinion because she's 20 something, the actress, and that means the character looks 20 something. Later on, she's going to pose a serious mom, right, as a cover.
Look, I know this is corny, but I always put that down to her being a sorceress. They can kind of look as young and beautiful as they like. So,
yeah, but the people who don't know she's a sorceress, who they're bluffing, to them, she'll look like someone who had a kid when she was 10.
To be fair, you are in a magical world, and I think it was mentioned in was it episode 3 that she's several centuries old.
Yeah, they did mention it.
Yeah. They but the thing is, she's also hiding the fact that she's a sorceress.
See, that's new information. So yeah.
So she's basically, I'm a normal woman, and this is my daughter, right? Because it works because Ciri looks like Geralt. Because he's pretending to be her dad. But when you have someone who looks 20, being the mom of a, I don't know, 12-year-old girl.
The only way I think they're going to get away with something like that is if they start whispering behind people's backs, second marriage,
Yeah.
something like
Oh.
that. But I don't know. I don't
or,
know.
or they or for maybe certain scenes they can cast like a different actress as her. She can put a spell on herself, look like another person.
Yeah, also,
maybe cast someone like Eva Green.
Yeah, also, Yennefer is about 50 years older than Triss.
Yeah.
And Triss looks to be in her 40s.
Like, does it have to be Yennefer? Like, that's always bothered me. It just stands out so much. No one thinks it should be Jennifer. All right.
I always thought he fine with Yennefer.
I always thought the Yennefer was for the Polish thing, the Polish pronunciation. But hey ho.
Yeah, I bet you it's going to get more woke though.
100% it is.
Race woke.
I'm. Well, pardon me. I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Oh God!
Because they don't take a step back. So far
I'm just. So far, I'm just taking the one season as it is.
Yeah.
Do you know how I know the letter J exists? Because you just said the letter J. Like, you're using the letter. It exists.
Awkward silence. Okay.
Oh,
yeah, but the thing is, J is yeah
in Polish.
In Polish.
In Norway too.
No, so is that America?
No, but we discovered America.
Who did? Americans did.
No, Norway did.
No, that's true.
I'm pretty sure y'all landed in Canada. I saw the Vikings.
Oh, they found settlements in Brazil too.
Yeah, and I think they went. I think Vikings went as far down as Boston.
Yeah.
I think.
Is that why they have that accent?
No.
I don't know. Like, it's weird how like that works though, right? Like English, you know what I mean, colonized that area, but yet one day somebody, like dropped the R or whatever. And they're like, fucking Fenway Park. Like, how did that happen?
Going back to look, you can go back. I think there are videos on this on YouTube. It's actually quite fascinating. Language nerd alert, but you can actually go to about as far as 1760 before English starts getting really weird.
I really started something with my joke about the letter J high. Like, this is really.
I noticed something interesting though. Back during when America was colonized, Norway and Sweden, the currency that we used was called the dollar. DALER. So I'm thinking that's where the dollar came from.
Possibly.
Possible.
I learned that Benjamin Franklin started the first insurance company because he caught his house on fire and had to jump out the window like a badass.
I did not know that. That's funny.
Yeah. He started the first insurance company because of fires. Oh, dude, the history of firefighting in America is cuckoo
Would
bananas.
you say he vaulted out the window?
Tish.
Wait, it may not have been Benjamin Franklin. Which one was it? It was one of those guys.
George Washington.
No.
If you're thinking about the fellow with the key and the electricity and the kite, that was Franklin. Yeah.
I don't know if it was it was one of those guys. It don't matter. Anyway, whoever it was.
Kind of funny how Australians are educating on American presidents.
But yeah, we don't care. That's the cool thing about being American. We don't have to learn that shit. Y'all do when you want to be, they give you a citizenship test.
Don't feel bad. We have the same setup here.
Yeah. No, but like, so there used to be fights. Like, all right, so you've seen Gangs of New York, right?
Yes.
All right, and so when the fire department shows up and like they're fighting each other and like they're covering up the fire hydrant or whatever, like there's not one here. There's a barrel here. I don't know what to tell you, right? All that shit is true. So the insurance company would hire people to come and steal your shit for you if your house caught on fire, because whenever people would hear the fire truck's bell, everyone would run to the fire because they wanted to steal the shit. So the insurance company would hire people to steal your shit first so they can give it back to you. That's a real thing.
They call those communists.
Yeah, that's
Kinda.
yeah, that's the socialism.
And no, it was just crazy. Like they would fight. Like they would fight 3 or 4 days. And by the way, they would start fires too. And then they would get like gang members, like the dead rabbits, to be a part of the fire department to fight for them at these.
Matt.
Fucking insane.
Communists,
Yeah.
Matt. Communists.
No,
They're fire to shit. Right.
Oh, okay, that part, yes, but no, this was capitalism because like everybody could start a fire, department or fire company, and then they would fight among each other to see who gets to put out the fire. Oops, there went 2 buildings because they were fighting the whole time.
Oh, goodness gracious!
True stuff, dude. I happen to know that still goes on because my house caught fire in August of 2019, and people came out of the woodwork trying to get the insurance money. The insurance money. No, like people
Just
would
scream at the top of your lungs, I don't have insurance.
People would run into the house to steal your shit. So the insurance would hire people to go and steal your shit first. You know what I mean? Like so that you wouldn't lose everything.
Look, I swear I've heard this before, and it's literally one of a Family Guy episode. I'm almost certain of it.
This is history though. Like also, it wasn't that long ago, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, there was another case where, like, I forgot what town it was. I forgot where it was, but it was somewhere, in America. And this dude's house burnt down, and like the fire department showed up, and they're like, "No, we can't put it out, dude. You didn't pay your fire insurance or whatever." He's like, "I didn't know I was supposed to."
I've heard stories like that.
Yeah. He was like, "I didn't know I was supposed to pay it." I mean, check your junk mail, guy. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm pretty sure they also used to do the same damn thing with post as well. Like if you didn't pay your posties, they wouldn't give you your mail.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, I haven't heard that.
Like you actually had to pay for your stamps.
Oh, that was Nikki. That was
or something like that.
One of the earliest forms of the postal service. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they paid attention too, hence the term male gaze.
Oh man. Anyway, but no, Australia, y'all have some interesting things too. The Emu War, finally everyone knows about it.
Do you know what? Nicholas and I only just read up on that the other day. I didn't realize it was a thing until
it's
I read
not
up
something
on it.
we're taught about.
Yeah,
it must be a great shame.
Did you hear the part where like one of your government people, I don't know who it was, but he was like in the newspaper or whatever, he's like, you think like, talking about like whether or not the soldiers should receive medals for fighting in the Emu War. And like his counterpart was like, if anyone deserves medals, it's the emus. Because like they've won every battle. Like that was in the paper. Like there is a record of these two guys going back and forth about who should get the medals. And I think the emus deserve them. Emu.
Good grief.
Emu. Like it was a real thing. It's crazy. That, and then I know like about Will and Burke. Know that whole thing with the camels?
Burke and Wills, yeah.
Burke and Will. Oh, sorry. Burke and Will. Sorry, I mixed in the wrong order. Which one of them was like the Irish guy that was like did a spa run when he was supposed to be serving in the military?
You know what? I have no clue.
Cool.
The only Irish guy I know about is Ned Kelly, and that's about it.
Yeah, y'all love that guy. The Crocodile Dundee, by the way, anybody, if you wanted to see it, like hear or read about the real life Crocodile Dundee, that story does not end the same as it does in the movie. It goes horribly wrong. A lot of meth. Somebody's arm gets shot off. Like it's insane.
By the kangaroos.
No, but like the overuse of meth and this whole story is funny. I've had emu jerky, by the way.
Oh yeah, there's everything jerky around nowadays.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can jerk pretty much anything.
Yeah, that's a stroke of genius, really.
Oh, stop pulling my leg.
Yeah, they would spray water on these
Yankees.
The houses. Yeah. I don't know if y'all saw that new Ned Kelly movie. I haven't checked it out yet because it seemed weird. Like it was like I think it's called The True Story of the Kelly family or Kelly gang.
The True History of the Kelly Gang.
Yeah, but they're all
We don't-
non-binary.
Oh god. Okay.
Oh,
Like-
no, not that one.
Look, the only time I've seen,
Ned becomes Kelly.
or Ned becomes Nadine, and that's it. Oh god. No, I only read the book in uni. I haven't actually seen the show or anything like that. I only read the book in uni. So
Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen I think it was a mini series called Captain Starlight with Sam Neill?
I
Kind of like
heard
an
of it.
No, I like
Australian,
Sam Neill.
Australian Jesse James almost.
I like Sam Neill though.
Yeah,
yeah, Sam Neill's a Kiwi. He's not an Aussie though.
Yeah, that's true. Like
Well, I thought it was-
like
thought it was Australian.
that New Zealand Batman.
Yeah, I've heard about that one. It's
Yeah.
the best Batman
Good
ever.
Yep.
Best Batman voice, easily,
That's what they say. Yeah.
no contest. And I've heard at least 5 different ones before that.
Oh man. I need
Yes.
to learn more words.
Yes, Soul Assassin Sam Neill is Merlin, and he was really great in that show.
Was he?
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked him in Peaky Blinders as well.
Yeah,
I've-
he was on
I've
that
only
play the
seen-
cop.
Tried
I've
to
only
get into
seen-
that.
Yeah, I've only seen the first 4 episodes or so, but so far it's really good.
Yeah, I haven't watched this last season. It's kind of lost me on it. You know what I mean? Kind of lost my momentum to watch it. Bosch, new season of Bosch is coming out later this month. Really excited to see that.
I've never seen any of the seasons of that.
Boss is really fucking good, dude.
Yeah, I keep hearing it's fantastic.
Really good, man. I like that guy that plays. I don't know if I forgot his name.
Titus Welliver.
That's it. Yeah, he's a cool guy, man. That's a good one. In the first season of the Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan with giant nose dude that's married to Emily Blunt.
John Krasinski.
Yep, that is really good. I really enjoyed the first season. The second season was good.
I'm hoping this series is good because the last Tom Clancy thing I saw involving Russell Crowe's a Kiwi, Ken Jack Ben, and so
Yeah,
is Sam
sadly,
Neill.
we can't steal all of them.
Yeah, we can't steal all of them. They're both Kiwis. And Russell Crowe needs to put down the phone. Australians will get that reference. I'm not sure if you guys get that reference, but yeah.
He needs to stop calling Uber Eats. My God, that dude is ballooned. Did you see him in The Man with the Iron Fist?
No.
He would be winded at the end of every sentence. Like every line, you would see a cut because he had to, catch his breath before he said the next one. I don't know if that's true.
Yes, I mean the put down the phone thing is actually a reference to when he literally attacked somebody with a telephone in his hotel room. This was years ago, so everyone just goes, when you lose your temper, you just go, geez, put the phone down, Russell.
Jeez.
Dial it down.
That's not true. That's not
I
true.
saw a movie with Russell Crowe and what's his name? The guy from the new Blade Runner. It's kind of like a buddy cop-ish movie.
The Nice Guys.
Yes.
Nice Guys. Yeah, it's the Shane Black movie. Shane Black. I love Shane Black's work.
Like, you know what? He got a lot of stick for the new Predator, and he just he took the criticism. He said, "Sorry, did the best I could. Screwed up."
There was a lot of studio fuckery going on with it too, man.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't all on him. Like he also did
go
Kiss
on
Kiss
Twitter
Bang,
and
Bang,
attack
Bang.
people.
Yeah, he did Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, which was like Robert Downey Jr.'s like first, like, you know what I mean, like chance that he was given, really.
He also wrote Die Hard, I think.
Yeah, Lethal Weapon.
Yeah, Lethal Weapon. Sorry, and he wrote The Last Boy Scout while shooting Predator.
Love The Last Boy Scout. One of the most underrated like buddy cop movies there. Like, love it. It's so good.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, check out The Last Boy Scout with Bruce Willis and Damon Wayans. Oh, and Halle Berry's in it too.
Yeah,
Last Boy
it is.
Scout, that sounds familiar.
It's early 90s action.
So the Nice Guys is actually like a not a sequel, but like a spiritual sequel to Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. And you'll notice like in almost all of his movies, they take place at Christmas. except for the Predator one that took place at Halloween. But like Iron Man 3 was at Christmas. That's a Shane Black movie, and I think Iron Man 3 is actually pretty good. Like I watched it the other day. If you can get past the whole, Mandalorian, not Mandalorian, the Mandarin. What was he called?
Mandarin.
The Mandarin. Yeah, if you can get past him being like, them doing the switch with the actor bullshit.
Yeah, no,
It's a good
I
movie.
liked Iron Man 3 too. The second or third time I watched it.
Shane Black was also in Predator, by the way.
Yeah, played Hawkins.
Yep, he was the one that was like, "You're bleeding. I ain't got time to bleed.
Yeah.
I'm just asking questions." Sorry.
I actually did. I was on Teresa Morton's channel last week, and she's doing a panel talking about movies she's never watched before. She calls it Toxic Movies. And last week we were talking about Predator. She and I
miss toxic
Laura.
movies.
Yeah,
I'll go out. This is very controversial, but I'm gonna say it anyway, so I don't give a shit. I like the Predator 2. I like the sequel better than the Predator. I think here the Predator's great. It's great, but Predator 2 with Donald Glover is just so cuckoo bananas in such a great way. Like it's nonstop from the moment that movie starts. It's go time, and it's fucking great.
Yeah, to be fair, it does certainly throw you into it. For me, I can't say it's my favorite Predator movie. I think number one, as usual, will always have its charm.
Yeah,
so
criminally underrated.
Yeah, it's a very good sequel.
Oh, sorry, Danny Glover.
I actually saw Predator 2 before 1 back in the day. Because a friend had it on VHS and nobody had 1. So
the reason why there's been a lot of Predator talk lately is because the new Predator movie, which will be a Milan Pocahontas type movie, is going to be coming out, and apparently it's going to be dropped directly on Hulu because they have so much confidence in it.
Oh,
and
good God.
There's a lot of bullshit with the people that originally wrote it. They're trying to get their rights to it back from Disney, but Disney's like.
Look, the moment they cast a sulky-looking millennial in the lead, I was out.
Yeah, they're going to have a 15-year-old Comanche girl against the Predator, so she can prove that women can fight too.
Oh yeah, that's the way to do it.
Yeah, that's okay. Good luck.
Ken Jackman, you've got it exactly right. That's the whole South Park thing. You've got it right. Bang on.
By the way, Bill Paxton is the only person to be killed by both a Predator and a Xenomorph.
True. Nice.
And a Terminator.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
He gets killed in Terminator 1, too, when Arnold needs blows.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. He, by the way, he has a great movie that he directed and starred in called Frailty. It was him, Matthew McConaughey's in there, a couple other people, man. It's a small film. It's he an angel comes to him and tells him about demons. He's the only one that can see the demon. If he uses a special glove thing, and then he has a special tool to kill the thing, and he has 2 sons that are doing this with him. One of them's like, no, God's telling him this. I believe him. And the other one's like, this is cuckoo bananas. We shouldn't be doing this. And it's a great fucking movie. Frailty. Bill Paxton directed and starred, and it was fantastic.
Yeah, he was a damn underrated actor, to be honest. I've never seen him be bad,
Who, Bill Paxton? Oh, he's great, dude. I love it when he's just he's over the top in Predator too, because from the moment he comes in, he's just 100% on,
Yeah, he plays an excellent sleazebag in True Lies.
Love True Lies. That was a good one. I don't know that movie. I was saying Frailty, but yeah, that's a good movie too, dude. I like Bill Paxton. Bean.
I know True Lies.
Yeah, True Lies is great. Tom Arnold,
Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Jamie Lee Curtis.
And I would said Arnold Schwarzenegger and Tom Arnold because they were they were a more believable couple than Jamie Lee Curtis.
And I think Charlton Heston plays his boss.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, that's true.
The cast list right now.
That's a good one. Yeah. Shit. I was about to say there was another one too. Oh, he was in a movie called Sabotage, which was fine. His acting is so bad in it. His line deliveries, ugh. But it's directed by, I want to say, the same dude that did Training Day, and those other ones, right?
I have a trivia
right.
question for you guys, though.
Please.
Bill Paxton was in 4 movies with Michael Biehn. Which ones?
All right, so you have Aliens, Terminator.
You're gonna have to remind me which one Michael Biehn is.
What?
Kyle Reese.
Tombstone.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Tombstone would be the third. David Ayer is the director of something.
Oh, sorry, he was in 5. My bad. I remembered one more.
Let me think. Yeah, they were in Tombstone together too, right? Yeah, because Bill Paxton played one of the Wyatts. Wait, which one was he? He was the youngest one. Anyway, yes, and Johnny Ringo was Michael Biehn, right? So they were in Terminator, they were in Aliens, they were in Tombstone. Oh man, I don't know about these other two. Eraser is that's a great one.
It's The Abyss. Paxton has a small role in it. Biehn plays the bad guy. If you haven't seen The Abyss, I think you'd like it, by the way.
I like
Really?
The Abyss.
And the last
Apparently
one
James
is Navy
Cameron was a real
SEALs.
bastard behind the scenes of that one, though.
I feel like James Cameron's a real asshole behind most scenes.
Yeah, and then there was Navy SEALs with Charlie Sheen and Michael
That's
Biehn.
right.
Paxton was in that too.
Oh, that's a good one, man.
And the guy who gets
Morgan, or that's
the boyfriend guy who gets killed in Terminator 1 is in it too. So he's one of the SEALs. So there's a lot of crossovers.
Yeah, so David Ayer, that's who I was thinking. He did End to Watch. He wrote End to Watch, which I fucking love, dude. It's such a good movie. And he wrote Fury. I think he directed that one too. Yeah, he directed and wrote Fury, which is one of my favorite military movies of all time.
Oh, the tank movie.
Yeah, so
that
good.
was great.
So good.
The Punisher guy was in it. He stole the show.
Yeah,
John Bernthal.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah, he does that a lot. Like he was in that movie called Pilgrimage. I think that's what it was. Like, well, he doesn't say a word, and yeah, like he was pretty fucking epic in that one too. I like him in most things. You can't protect him, Rick. No.
No, yeah, I'm pretty sure. I watched this. I'm pretty sure Sam and I watched this with our dad. It's a guy who hides under a tank and is he found or something right at the end?
Oh, at the end,
the only survivor. Yeah,
Fury's fantastic.
Yeah, Fury.
It's a great movie. Yeah, David Ayer is the director of that. He wrote. I think he directed it as well. End of Watch with Michael Pena. Yeah, Michael Pena and Jake Gyllenhaal, and they're partners in LAPD.
Oh yeah, yep. I know that.
That movie gets me at the end every goddamn time.
If you like tank movies, though, you should check out Kelly's Heroes.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
that one's you get to see Clint Eastwood try to make a quick draw against the tank with his gun.
The Outpost is another great military movie. It's on Netflix. It's one of the best military movies like I've seen in a long time. Like
The Outpost.
Yep. My girlfriend and I, it took us like damn near 3-4 hours to watch it because like every like couple of minutes I'm stopping it. I'm like, oh man, let me explain to you why it's so great to see this many spit bottles. You know what I mean? Because it was so authentic. Because Rod Laurie, the director, he went to West Point and he directed The Last Castle as well. Real cool guy, dude. I got to interview him about a month, maybe 2 months ago. Like legit cool guy. And yeah, he brought in a lot of the people that served and that were there for, at this outpost when everything went down, and they played themselves, which is always great. Like Generation Kill on HBO did the same thing. And like he really nails it. Got a couple good stories I can tell you after we're done here. That
You know
So
that
that's
the movie Great Escape with Steve
Yes.
McQueen. That's Donald Pleasance's first movie, and he was part of that event. He was in a prison camp during World War II, and he was
Really?
part of the Great Escape. I actually learned that a few weeks ago. That was pretty cool.
Oh, is it Indy? Is it Indy 4? Is it not Indy 5?
I think it's 5.
It is 5, right? No, yeah,
Yeah,
you
I'm
had,
pretty sure it's 5.
yeah. Get out of here.
The real Indy 4 is a video game called Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis.
Ooh,
So-
I remember that.
Yeah, that
I'm
one
trying
had a
to-
It
fantastic
didn't
film.
have weird
Trying to
weird
call me out.
weird skeletons with bulbous heads in it, did it?
Nope.
You didn't like the alien part of the
Oh no,
Kingdom
that was
of the
just
Crystal?
too damn weird.
yeah, but the Holy Grail, like the proof of like a actual like omnipotent like God can like that was cool. That's fine. Melting Nazis, got it. But fuck you if you're gonna bring an alien into this shit.
I mean, at the very least, you could keep all the mythology localized to Earth.
Yeah, I get that. I know. I'm just gonna go
There's actually kind of a plot hole in the first 3 movies
Mhm.
because in the movies we're basically told the Bible is true. The artifacts are all there and
Yep.
all that stuff.
Well,
So how can the Hindu gods exist in Indiana Jones 2 if the Bible says there's only one God and
Oh.
the Bible is obviously true?
no, okay, well, there's a few things on that. So first, there's a mistranslation to angels, right? So when they were doing
Sorry, man, you're going a
King
bit
James-
metallic there.
Oh, sorry, I was bringing shit up. No, all right. So there's mistranslation when it comes to angels in the Bible. If you look at the original Hebrew or whatever, because it's so Elohim would be what they call God, right? So
Mhm.
you have the theory that there's 2 different versions of the same story being told in the Old Testament, right? You have the Elohim and you have the Yahwehist, who we refer to God as Yahweh, right? That's the Hebrew name, right? And those 2 stories, they actually put them both in to preserve them both, right? That's why in Genesis, you're reading and you're like, okay, God created, man and woman on this day. All right, cool. And then a little bit later, they're like, oh, Adam's sad. God makes Eve out of his rib. You're like, wait, who was the other chick? Anyway, so it's because both those stories are being put in there. And then you also have the priests that had their say, and then you have the Deuteronomist. But the point is like I believe, and I've read quite a bit on this, that originally, so it's not angels like the way we think of it, it's like gods. Like that's why he is the one, he is the God of the Jewish people, right? Like there's their God. If at that time, like everyone had their God that, you know what I mean, that they would think that would help them battle or whatever. But so I'm fine with that, but I don't remember the Hindu gods being referred to as being real in the Temple of Doom, though.
Yeah, the stones, they work. They were a gift.
Oh well, yeah,
from
they
Shiva.
did work. Okay, so all right, I'll give you that. But now in the Raiders of the Lost Ark, though, just because the things are real, even though I'm the one that brought this up, but just because those things, those oh man, what's the word? Those what man, you used it too, dude. I'm drawing a blank for some reason. Anyway, just because those things, those items or whatever exist, they could have had those things without there being an actual God of Abrahamic,
Actually,
religious God.
do you know how Jesus managed to create all that wine?
Is that Wookiee? Huh?
Yeah.
Do you know that, Man Morgan?
Yes, Lilith was Adam's first, right? You're correct, huh?
Did you know how Jesus managed to create all that wine?
Yeah, about being awesome.
No, Hebrews it.
See, Tina, I was gonna bring this up, but I didn't.
I should have seen that coming, but I didn't.
I didn't see it coming either. I didn't want to get that deep into it, but yes. So the way they explained it was like Lilith was Adam's first wife, and basically what happened was like, all right, so like God makes Adam and Lilith, and they were equal, right? And the problem with that is Lilith was like no, you and I are equal, and Adam's like, but I'm the guy, right? And that's a big problem because fuck that noise. But so Lilith goes to God and asks for God's
Yeah, it was like something. I want to be on top.
yeah, something like that. But no, Lilith was like, "What's your real name?" Because like, especially if you look at like Egyptian mythology, there's always power in name, right? Gods would get their power from knowing a god's true name. So she asked God. God was in a good mood this day, and God says it, and then she speaks the name out loud and sprouts wings and leaves to come back another day and in another time in a different guise. But even in Exodus, when Moses speaks to the bush, right? What he asked, like, well, who do I say sent me? Right? He asked God, like, and he's asking for God's name because he knows it's God, like it's a talking fucking bush, like what's up. But he wanted that name, to get that power. And God responds with "I am." But anyway,
in Latin, the name is spelled with an I.
What, Lilith?
No, Jehovah. Learned that from Indiana
Jehovah?
Jones 3. Yeah, learned it from Indiana Jones 3.
Oh, I don't remember that one.
When he steps on the letters, steps on the wrong one because he steps on the J.
That's funny. True. Anyway, but I rarely ever talk about any theology or anything like that. Like I think that's a first on this channel.
Oh, I love theology, mythology, all of that stuff. Yep, it's all great for me.
Oh yeah, dude. If I recommended anybody to check out, it would probably be Bart Ehrman. I would have to look up like the exact spelling of his name. I can't ever say his last name, but he's really good. He does a lot of the synonymous writings in the New Testament. If you're looking at the letters from Paul, because not all of them were letters from Paul. So if you want learn about that, he's a great source. There's also Joel M. Hoffman, and he's an expert in translations or whatever in ancient Hebrew, and then so he goes over a lot of the problems from how it was translated from this to this to this to this to this, and he breaks it all down and it's simple things too, because also language changes over time to mean different things, like John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave. So the word "so" in the original context didn't mean it wasn't a measurement of how much, oh man, it was so much. It was in this way more so than it was you know what I mean? I use that because it doesn't really take anything away from the context of it, but it does kind of change it a little bit to where but just as an example. So those two guys that are really, really good sources.
I love all that stuff. Anything to do with languages and history, I'm there.
What's that Twitter page that you can follow? Was it Folklore Fridays? Is it?
There's Folklore Thursday. They do a bunch of interesting stuff.
No, dude. No, I mostly whenever I read about it, it's mostly from an academic point of view when it comes to theology. I do, or I have read Peter Rollins, who is a Irish theologian, philosopher guy. He's really interesting too. He was a big influence early on in my life. But yeah, he's good. I like his shit too. Along with I've read a lot of what's that dude? The Love or whatever. He's a universalist, which I'm kind of a universalist myself, but it just makes more sense.
Sorry, Larry, I can't go past that.
Oh, that dude was straight tripping. Is neat. Who? What is this about? They say knee.
It's a Monty Python reference.
Oh, I saw that for the first time like last year.
Monty Python and the Holy
Yeah,
Grail, to be
I
exact.
get
So
it.
there's the
I get
context for you.
It was all right. I get the movie,
Oh God.
but I would like to have a conversation though about like the estological viewpoints of some people. You know, like universalism versus like conditionalism in your traditionalism when it comes to heaven and hell. Zeno. I think it's either pronounced Zemu or Zenu. If anybody doesn't know that, years and years, like millenniums ago, Zenu did an audit of all these planets, and he got these things that are called thetans, who I guess owed back taxes or some shit, put them on space like ships and sent them to Zessarac. I'm thinking Tesseract. Well, I don't know. It was Earth. They had a different name for it anyway, and put them near a lot like volcanoes, and then blew up the volcanoes. And thetans now will attach themselves to you, and you got to get on the meter so that you can work those thetans out, and then you know, as long as you keep paying, you can reach higher and higher levels of an operating thetan.
Hang on a second. Isn't that Scientology?
Yes. Hey, Kai.
Hey Kai, how's it going?
I just went over that. I don't know if you heard all that, but yes. Zemu. No, it's not Zemo. Zeno. It's Zemu. It's been a long time since I've looked at anything. L. Ron Hubbard. Holy shit, dude. That dude was cuckoo bananas in a like that dude Pearson or whatever. He was like one of the rocket guys for like NASA, whatever. Like he convinced him to give him like I think $10,000, and he stole his girlfriend and went to Florida. This was after they did like sex magic. Yeah. By the way, L. Ron Hubbard has the Guinness Book of World. He has the record for most books written. He would use butcher paper and put it in his typewriter and just do a shit ton of speed and just right. And never read anything twice. It was first draft, last draft, get it out the door. And that's how because he got paid like a penny a word, which is why he wrote some. Yeah. I'm just dropping knowledge everywhere tonight.
Yeah, I'm amazed.
Yeah, I'm just speechless.
All right, come on. Any other questions? I got it. What's up? Ron Hubbard pissed off Aleister Crowley. Yeah, he did that too. He pissed off a lot of people. He was also a race car driver on Jupiter until he got injured, and that's why his back always hurt. But that was in a different life, you know. I met as a legit Scientologist one time, and she was a little bit older, but like she was at that perfect time, like where she knew L. Ron Hubbard, and she was on the Sea Org like during that time. And I asked her, right? I was like, you know, like, look, I'm just curious. I'm interested in it. I'm not here, you know, I'm not going to try to attack you or whatever. And I was like, can you tell me anything about L. Ron Hubbard, right? And you could see her thinking about it, like she was going through a Rolodex of memories, like looking for one to tell me. And she goes, you know, he didn't think of himself as a god. I'm like, oh, okay. That is a weird thing. Like if someone asks you about someone, like, well, what was he like? You know, somebody that's passed, you're going to want to say something nice, right? Like for the most part, you know. Unless there is nothing, and the only thing you could come up with is just like, well, he didn't think of himself as a god. Like, oh man, he was horrible. He had to be. If that's the only thing you could come up with to say. But her whole thing was like, you know, she told me like, well, close your eyes. Close your eyes. Now picture a cat. Who put the picture of that cat in your mind? You did.
Sounds like deflection to me.
Yeah, not cool. Oh, what a surprise. Kai is shirtless. Were y'all here the other night when he was walking around naked? Like I had him in the
Oh,
back
God.
because he was just like walking around in his underwear and shit.
That doesn't surprise me.
I've seen a bit of weirdness on YouTube where people didn't remember that the webcams were on.
Yeah.
Just reminds me of this
DSP,
clip. Just
Yeah, it
reminds me of
happened a
clip.
bit when I was, the first times I was on YouTube. So there's all kinds of people that don't have channels anymore, I think. Yeah, that was sort of it.
What was
One
that one
guy.
you showed, Nikki? What was that one you showed me where this woman was caught basically
She was
taking
on
a shit?
she was on a Zoom call, and I think she forgot to turn up. Oh, excuse me a moment. You're gonna have to explain it, son.
Okay. This woman was on a Zoom call.
Explain that first. What is his
That was
ringtone?
disturbing.
It's a cover of the Eurythmics. There Must Be an Angel, Playing with My Heart, done by a comedian, just done into a funny ringtone. Yeah. So this woman was on
I
a
thought
Zoom
it was
call.
anime.
I didn't know
No.
what the hell it was.
Yeah, this woman was on a Zoom call and she basically forgot to turn off her camera, and all we see
Sorry
is
about that.
basically her taking a shit.
What? Oh, that
Yeah,
was
no,
not
that's it.
where I
Strips
was
down,
expecting it to
takes her
go.
pushes her pants down, cops a squat, then realizes her camera's still on.
Why is she like doing Zoom from her bathroom though?
I have no idea.
Because she had to go.
Maybe she was supposed to be on the dump.
No, but like
I mean,
did she have
on
her
the dump, not to dump.
did she have her laptop set up on the like counter?
No, it was her phone. Yeah, like she's just, I just saw the clip, and the clip was, she was sitting there fine for a moment, and then she got up and, walked through the house. So we just see it, over her shoulder, and she places her phone down on the ground so she can sort of still watch whatever's happening, and, pushes her pants down, knickers down.
Yeah. I think we're
Sits on
all
the thing, looks over, and she must have seen people waving or screaming or something, or someone must have said something, and she quickly lunges towards the phone and turns it off.
What, she set the phone up like on the counter pointed at her?
No, below waist level, like on the ground somewhere.
Oh, she just put a okay. Well,
Yeah, like maybe propped up against something, and yeah, you could just see her right there sitting on the loo.
That's still not as bad as Tubin.
Yeah, true.
That guy. Man, did you see when he came back on to like CNN or whatever, and they're like, so we're gonna have to talk about this. You were caught masturbating on camera.
Oh God.
Like, just having to sit there and be like, yeah, I did that. Yep.
Well,
What can you even say in that situation?
Imagine the freedom, though, because if you've been caught doing that, it's pretty high up there, right? So you can pretty much do other things that we wouldn't get away with, and
True.
people wouldn't react because he's done worse before.
People have already seen you at your worst. I mean, that's it.
Yeah. I'm not 100% positive that's how that's gonna work. Maybe. I'm trying to find, because I saw somebody playing it the other day, like this cool ass Spider-Man and the X-Men game from like way back in the day. I don't remember if it was on the NES or what. I'm trying to find it because I like to play that. Do y'all know what I'm talking about?
Was it Children of the Atom?
Oh, that's a good one too. No, it was like Spider-Man with the X-Men. I think it was something like that. But Children of the Atom, that's a good game too. I'll get that down here. The Atom. Can you get that on Steam? I'm trying to find it on Steam. I'm not finding it.
No, it's
I think it says Spider-Man and the X-Men in Arcade's Revenge. Is that what it is? Super Nintendo?
Okay, Super Nintendo.
It also says Genesis, Sega Genesis.
Okay, yeah. See, all I'm getting on like Steam is just pinball machines. I don't want to play pinball.
It's because they don't have the rights to the NES emulator, so they can't sell it. Because you'll have to the game will have to come with the emulator. Same as what GOG does with the old PC games. Most of them, when you install them, you also install the DOSBox emulator.
I don't know who GOG is.
Oh, it's owned by the company that makes the Witcher games.
Oh,
it's kind of like
CD Projekt
Steam.
Red?
Yeah, it's kind of like Steam, but they you don't have to be online to play anything. You can just download the games from your library and just, have at it. You can download it as many times as you want to, as many computers as you want. So basically, you own it. There's no copy protection, or DRM. And they have
What's
all
it called?
kinds of what?
Oh, GOG. Okay, all right. I'm gonna look that up.
GOG. Yeah, you're like Soul Assassin saying I should be on their payroll because I keep recommending it. Yes, I do. They have all the old Star Wars games, X-Wing and all kinds of Leisure Suit Larry. Remember those?
Yeah. Oh, you know what was a great game that no one ever talks about is oh damn it, what's his name? He was like a squirrel. It was on Nintendo 64, and then Rare. It was by the game company of Rare. Something's Bad Fur Day. I'm giving a lot of details for y'all not to catch this one.
Oh God, I'm drawing a blank.
Something Bad Fur Day. Like, oh man, it was
Conker's Bad Fur Day.
That's it. Yeah, man. I was really hoping when Rare was bought by Microsoft or whatever, like they would really be able to do something with that. But
remember Jackrabbit? That was a fun one. Kind of like Sonic, only had a gun.
Everybody got it. Yeah, that was a fun game.
There was a lot of animal games back then. They used ferrets and all kinds of stuff as the protagonist.
I told the story of the ferrets. I don't know. I don't think any over there on Culture Casino Sunday show one time. But I'm hitting a wall right now, guys. It's been 2 hours. It's 5 here, guys. I really appreciate y'all being here, man. That was a lot of fun.
That's okay. Thanks for the invite.
Yeah.
Thanks for the invite. Yeah.
Oh, no problem. Yeah, Justin yelled at me for the first 45 minutes. That was.
Yeah, it's always entertaining.
And I had the amazing, the awesome, the legendary Steeg on my channel, which is just
always delightful.
Always fun to be on.
Yep.
So absolutely my pleasure.
Oh, Wednesday, we're starting part 1 of our special Street Smots. We're going to be doing a talking cat, which so it's good. It's so bad. It's so good. It was directed and written by a dude that usually does porn at a location where they shoot porn, but it's a family movie. But every scene you're like, wait, are they gonna fuck? Because they just they just always had this energy of you know what I mean? Like they're about to fuck. Like they had that fucking, you know what I mean? That energy, and you're just like, they about to fuck.
Yeah.
So
every line has that
for the job though.
Every line has that
used to
suggestive
filming pussy.
tone.
Yeah, it's with everyone, like the son and the father. You're like, oh, these two are about to fuck. Like, because someone's about to fuck this cat. Like, it's so, and it talks. It's so good. It's so bad. But yeah, so we'll be doing that Wednesday and Saturday. So that'll be fun.
Funny.
Yeah, it's better culture. He's so good at it, though. Oh, he's so good at that, though, man. I don't know. Because culture, now.
You know what I did to culture once? We were doing those movie streams. I decided to do a prank. So every time he talked, I would munch a carrot next to the microphone.
I think I saw that. Yeah.
And he looked like. Eventually, he looked like a cat someone splashed water on.
Yeah.
His mood changed for the worse.
Oh man.
Oh God.
We now whenever he starts to do his plugs, we have like blankets and pillows, and we all just like get very comfortable as he start because he goes on for so long, and then we cut him off with a very super famous bit. And I also have this one.
Casinos in the rain, casinos in the rain, no fucks given. Casino, casinos in the rain.
That's the carrot face. Yes.
Too much fun.
Yeah, Christy was laughing her ass off. She had to mute herself the whole stream almost because she knew what I was doing.
Poor culture.
We have Street Smarts blankets and pillows now. They're up on the website. But anyway, real quick, last thing. Sorry. Where's the banner? Yeah. Here's the email, guys. You can send us questions for Street Smarts. We've had Fred Phelps from Westboro Baptist Church. He's written us. We've had Booker T, Stone Cold Steve Austin. We've had some really big guys, but if y'all want to email us too, that's awesome.
Thomas Jefferson did, I think.
Not yet, but maybe I'll have to check. But also, if you want to send us things to use so we don't get copy claimed every episode, that'd be cool. If you want to send us music, I'm actually working with some guys on some music for the channel. So
that's one thing that's really shitting me. I keep getting copyright claimed for my videos.
I get it for everything. I don't give a shit anymore.
You'd think a video you're copying from YouTube itself would be fine.
I don't know if he's even close to being ready to cut it off. Last I talked to him before his vacation, he said he was worried about split ends, so he was gonna take off like 1/8 of an inch or some shit. Yeah, he did. I may still have that letter. He was really upset with culture.
I almost never got copyright claims, and I would upload full cartoon episodes and stuff.
It's mostly just for us. It's like music.
Like there's no like for instance, my most recent video is a like a little review of Shadow and Bone, the new Netflix show, and I flipped the video. There's no sound. I've got a picture of me, like sort of over the actual thing, and I still get a copyright claim.
I've been trying, but it takes so long.
It's because you copied your brother.
Well, so it's taking so long to render, but I have one like with minions and a green screen, right? So I put the whatever we're watching on the green screen, and the minions are there, and every once in a while they're like, "Yeah, minion shit," But it takes so long to render though through Adobe. I'm trying to find that Steve. I don't know where I put that Steve Austin. You may have to go and watch all of the episodes of Street Smarts, and then you'll be able to find it. That's what I would suggest.
I think next time I'm just going to get what do you call it? Like snapshots.
Oh, that one's from Doomcock. No, that one's from PETA. I got so many emails here. And then the head snits for the WB. Oh, here it is. I found the Steve Austin one. Dear Street Smarts, that's us. First of all, you bunch of YouTubers wouldn't know what Stone Cold Steve Austin would look like playing basketball or doing the ballet. What? And another thing, you bring your Street Smarts ass down here to Texas and let the rattlesnake dance all over your face. What? Culture Casino, you in particular, have ran your one lip having ass about Steve Austin for the last time. And that's the bottom line because Stone Cold said so. What? Your biggest fan, Steve Austin. So that was the email we got from him.
What's the deal with all those what?
So there for a while, and like towards the end of his career, like he started just going like, "What?" Like after everything everybody said, it's the worst thing that ever happened to wrestling because the fucking the audience, whenever someone speaks, every time they finish like a sentence, they always say "what," and it's the most annoying thing ever.
Really? I thought Steve Austin might just have been going deaf.
No, to hear 20,000 people after everything you say go "what." It's so bad.
Oh God.
But anyway. But yeah, so sounds like something well, it sounds like something he would say because he said it. I got the email. So for the Latin neighbors. Oh, that's interesting. We'll
No,
check
thank
that
you
out.
for letting us know.
And on that note, we're gonna end it. I don't know. Sam, Nick, y'all do things.
Yeah, you can find me on YouTube at Nick McCabe. You can also find me on Twitter at Mr. Mooney Blue 1. Like I said a little bit earlier, I've got a new video up. A little review of the Netflix show Shadow and Bone. So go check that out.
Yep, and I'm slack. I haven't uploaded anything in over a month because I will not be bullied into doing so. My latest video is basically about the controversy surrounding J.M. Buckler, a lot of booktube and bookstagram bullshit. If you haven't seen that video, please do check it out. It is about writing, something very, very close to my heart, and I would appreciate it if you could show your support. Nick and I are literally a bee's bit away from 60 subscribers, so if you haven't subscribed already, please do. That would be very much appreciated. Thank you very much.
Stig?
Don't have anything anymore because I took my channel kind of a privated it because it was starting to stress me out a little. Even though there's no content on it, I keep getting subs, which is insane.
Yeah, that's so horrible.
Because I
couldn't imagine.
Yeah, but I'm not looking for subs reviews. I just talk to people. That's what I like to do. Just hang out and
Just
talk.
consider it a compliment, Stig, that people like you.
They're fishing for another top 5. That's what it is.
All right. Bye, everybody.
But
See ya,
sub to
bye-bye.
Sporking News podcast, though. I'm gonna.
Oh yeah, I'm on there on Wednesdays. So yeah, now is an appropriate time to start subscribing to it because I'll be on there.
Yeah, absolutely. It's even better now with him on it.
Stig's my favorite. Bye, guys.
Listen now, Mr. Kansas Law Dog. Law don't go around here. Savvy?
Hey, law dog, law don't go around here. And I say, law doggy, law don't go around here.
I want you to know it's over.
Well, bye.